Hi, this is Lauren Ray, and you're watching Fire Pit Friday.
Ah, Nashville. It's known for its pickin'. You know what I mean. Yeehaw pickin'. But I bet you didn't know it was about this kind of pickin' too. American Pickers. Did you know that American Pickers, this famous show on the History Channel, is now, well, here in Nashville, Tennessee? Yeah, we got the rhymin', and we got lots of food. We've got nightlife. And we've got the American Pickers. That's right, there's a store here in Nashville, Tennessee. And did you know, here on Fire Pit Friday, we're going to interview Lauren. Lauren is the store manager at Antique Archaeology. Yep, that's right, folks, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So come with me, let's get to know Lauren and visit the store here in Nashville. Of course, no interview would be complete unless we had man-on-the-street interviews. Hey, we're here in Nashville, and we're finishing up this segment for American Pickers. And Lauren, just like we promised, we've got man-on-the-street interviews for you right now. We're here with
Bill Rainbow.
Swain Rainbow.
And they're on their honeymoon. How sweet is that? Love is in the air. So you watch American Pickers. You already know about American Pickers, the show.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And do you watch the History Channel often?
Quite a bit, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So being fans of American Pickers, what do you like most about the show?
Probably the traveling and everything they see, the different stuff they see all over. It's just the different, they just pull up in somebody's driveway and get out and walk up to the door. It's pretty cool. So, yeah.
Are you antique collectors yourself?
We go to some auctions, and occasionally we pick up an antique or two.
That's awesome. All right. So here's the question for Lauren, okay?
So, Lauren, what do you like most about working for Antique Archaeology?
That's a very easy question for me to answer. What I like most about working at Antique Archaeology is definitely the people I get to meet each and every day. That you have got people from all walks of life coming in, people that are antique people that are just fans of the show, people that are in the neighborhood, and everybody has a different story too. So it's very interesting to see the connections people have with items, things that they value, and also just to hear people's reactions from the store, or for the store, being that we put so much work into it. We take a lot of pride in decorating, and Mike and Frank are always on the road trying to find stuff. So I guess just hearing people's feedback every day and hearing people's stories and seeing what people have to say is definitely the best part about each day. It's always new.
Lauren, what's it like working for Frank and Mike?
Mike is just like he is on the show. He is very passionate, he is very animated, and he loves his stuff. As you know from the show, Mike and Frank are always on the road. They're gone pretty much all the time. So we communicate a lot by text messages, by taking photos of stuff, email, and Mike is very involved with the business, obviously, even though he's always on the road, constantly texting, constantly calling. And so, it's great because here he is. He's just a guy from Iowa. He's a picker, and now he has a huge TV show. So that's just what it is.
Lauren, what is the craziest thing you had to do on the show?
Great question. Okay, what is it, Lauren? Give it up.
Ooh, the craziest thing I had to do on the TV show. Well, I'm still very new. As you know, I'm the newbie of the crew. So, I mean, I guess when we were trying to find a buyer for the elephant head, and it ended up at Jack White's place, because, of course, I'm a fan of Jack White, who isn't? And I think it was kind of cool getting the lead and placing it with someone that we love and someone that appreciated it. And so that was, I don't know if it was so much crazy, but it was definitely the best part about it. Because, I mean, I can get really nerdy about Jack White and all that stuff, so it's kind of cool to have a part of that. So,
Lauren, what is archaeology?
I guess I should know because I did archaeology for a while. So I think archaeology is finding someone's trash or someone's object from their everyday life, and it's not even necessarily excavating it, because sometimes you just find it lying on the street. I'm not saying you have to go into the depths of the earth to find an artifact, but I think it's finding an object either discarded or forgotten and bringing it to life, and almost like resurrecting something and attaching a story to it, a history to it, and making it come to life again.
Hey Lauren, how'd you get on TV?
Well, it's funny because a lot of people ask this in the shop, because most people saw my interview with Danielle, and so I had to go get interviewed, and I had, interestingly enough, I had been working in stores. My dad had stores growing up. My mom had stores growing up. And then in college, I studied anthropology and archaeology, and the two just kind of combined into this job that I have now. And obviously, I guess Danielle really liked me because I got the job.
Hey Lauren, can anyone come see you at the store?
Yes, anyone can come to the store. So it's funny because I get emails, and people are like, oh, is it a museum? Is there a fee? Oh, God, no. We're open 7 days a week, pretty much. So, yeah, anybody can come in. Yeah, even you.
Let's take a walk around Antique Archaeology and see what kind of treasures we can find.
Hi, what's your name?
Brooke.
Hi, Brooke. Do you like watching American Pickers?
Yes.
And that means you're a History Channel buff.
Yes.
Are you smart in history in school?
I enjoy it sometimes.
Lovely. Okay, so this is going to be a great question for Lauren.
Lauren, what are you passionate about?
Kind of the same things that you see on the show, even though I'm not out there on the road finding them. I'm more on the receiving end on it. But sometimes when Mike, it even gives me chill bumps talking about it. So I'm a huge nerd. So when he drops off something and I'm like, oh my God, this is the most cool thing ever. So I like the stuff that they like, and we all have our different interests. Obviously, they range from motorcycles to vintage clothing to funerary objects. I mean, it ranges, but anything unique and that you can kind of attach a feeling to it and kind of set yourself back in time and see what it was used for. And I think it just kind of lets your imagination run wild. So I like stuff. I like treasures. I like stuff that can't be bought in malls. So I just like weird things. I don't know. Creepy and kooky. So I should have been in the Addams Family. I could have been the blonde chick and the Munsters, you know. So I remember my mom was really big into antiques, and again, not like the chinaware and the teapots and all that stuff. And I remember as a kid, her dragging me to antique stores and me like kind of feeling like spooked out, because I'm like, wow, like you could almost like feel the different things that are attached to this item. Somebody using it new, and now it's not new anymore, and it's got tears and patina and rust and aging. And I think it's just cool. It just kind of carries that vibe. The vibe doesn't die, I guess.
Lauren, do you collect antiques? And if so, what?
Honestly, it kind of ranges. Anything that's just kind of unique, I like. I definitely don't have a certain style or anything. It just ranges. I just like, usually if it's kind of has a little weird, creepy effect to it, I really like it. So yeah, that, and just, I don't know, just something just kind of like, I like to be like a little hint of scared by it. Just a little scary kind of object. I don't know. So, that sounds really weird, but maybe I should make my house into a haunted house or something. I don't know, you know?
Lauren, we're still here on the street. We're pounding the streets to find people, and we found them. And we're with
Charlie Reinhardt's. I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey's here in the house. So you have to go to the store in Nashville. We'll tell you where it is and check it out.
I can do that.
Oh, it's beautiful. And Lauren is the manager of the store here in Nashville.
That'd be great.
All right. Now, we do have a question, or you have a question that you would like to ask Lauren. So we'll get right to the nitty-gritty, okay?
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Can someone bring an antique into your store for you to give them a price and buy it?
That's a great question. Let's find out.
Sometimes we do have people coming in, bringing objects. We do take a look at it, and what we do is actually, once again, take a picture of it, text it to Mike, and basically he yays or nays it. So he has the ultimate say-so in it. But yeah, you can bring something to the store, or you can just save yourself and us a step and just email us a picture of it, and then that way we just forward it straight to them. So Mike is the one that has the ultimate veto power in what we bring in the store.
Hey, Lauren, can I take your job?
Pretty soon our stuff is going to be old, so I'm sure the jobs for shop girl at antique stores will continue, so I don't think she'll have a problem. Well, it's really funny because I went on a dig when I was in college, and I absolutely was the biggest wuss in my archaeology class. I was hot, I was getting bitten by bugs, I was whining, and so I realized, which I guess this is why you try things out in college to see if it's something you want to do later on in life or not, realized that I don't think I was the person to actually be going out and finding the stuff. I was much better off them finding it and then me taking a look after it. So I'm glad I did it. And God bless my fellow students that were in the class with me, because I'm sure I drove them nuts. But I like the stuff after they find it. I wasn't very good with the shovel either. The story here in Nashville is really, I think, it's really unique. But the thing that I think makes her store come to life is that it's in a turn-of-the-century car factory. I mean, hands down, I don't think our store would be what it is as far as in Nashville if it wasn't in this actual location. So obviously, as you probably saw on the show, Danielle found the space, and it was just kind of like love at first sight. It's like, okay, well, this is it. We have to be here. And so it's just every day you come to work, and it's this huge building that's like 2 blocks long, and there's other offices and stuff in the building, but I think every day when I see the clock tower and it's crumbling brick, and you see the Marathon automobiles, it's just such a cool building. It just is one of the neatest little off-the-road places in Nashville, and in just Southern automotive history too. If you look it up, it has a really interesting story to it as well. fans of the show that come in the store definitely know who I am, but other than that, it's kind of just been the same. It's funny because you get into your day-to-day routine. You're at the store, you're getting leads, you got Mike calling on the phone, there's customers, there's 10,000 billion things going on, and then sometimes you take a step back and realize, like, oh yeah, there's a TV show behind this. You know, like, so that's very obviously cool too, but you kind of almost forget about it. I know that sounds weird. It just kind of went along with the job territory, I guess. Pick what you're passionate about. I mean, just because it's not worth a lot of money retail value, or you haven't ever seen it before and you don't know what it is, or it's kind of funny or scares you, or it's dirty or whatever. If you like it, get it. Don't, I guess, pick your passion, I guess, literally. So, I mean, just don't worry about what other people are going to say. If you put this weird thing in your house or you buy it, if you connect with it, then get it. Then go. Obviously, you have a feeling towards it. That's my Oprah moment, my inspirational moment. When people come into the store, that they really understand that what Mike's vision for the store, and I mean, it's our vision too now that when we're in July, we'll have been open a year, is that what he has kind of created in the Nashville location is a vintage experience. So you walk in and you can't really see from the outside driving what it looks like in the inside, and you get in and you're like, bam, whoa. You've got just, the wall is just kind of filled brim to brim with these like weird things. Sometimes you've seen it on the show. Some are for sale, some are not for sale. You've got obviously merchandise because fans from the show, they want to take home a t-shirt if they can't get an actual pick, and or whatever that we have. So I just think too, people come in and kind of like take the store for the whole experience versus coming in and thinking that it's just your run-of-the-mill antique store. Because that's just really not. It's more of like an experience, I think, too, than an antique store. We have live music on the weekends. We call it our Pickin' Corner, of course. Imagine that. And so we have music on Saturday and Sunday all day. It's really cool to bring in local musicians, everybody from like college students to old Nashville songwriters. So it's been awesome to have a venue for entertainment. And another thing that I want to mention too is that we are definitely striving to have an appeal to decorators as well. So we have huge, big statement pieces. We have lighting that is soon to be promoted. They're made out of objects that Mike has picked, so it's kind of like from the barn to the home, and so it's kind of just kind of like a launch pad for different ideas, and it's just awesome that we have someone paying attention to it too. So that's definitely a blessing. Obviously, we have stuff in the store that's not for sale because, I mean, Mike is a collector himself, and some stuff you just can't put a price on it, literally. So I think one of the, of course, back to my Addams Family-ish style, we have a dummy that was actually used in a casket from the 30s. So if you, like, were, shopping around for a casket, they had these dummies that were laying in there, I guess, to kind of see what it would look like if you were in your own casket. And it has this hand-painted, it's not porcelain, kind of like a plaster face, and this like lacy bib, and of course it only goes to here because that's where the casket would have picked up. So that's my favorite thing, and it's actually for sale. So I want to see, this is always an interesting thing too, to see who buys the stuff. It's not even like a And another thing I've learned, you can't profile at all and be like, I bet someone would really like this certain piece. It's not like that. I mean, so it might be this like cute Susie Q chick that ends up buying this like weird funerary piece. I don't know, but I'm interested to meet the person that like thinks it's as cool as I do. American Pickers is even airing across the world. I mean, Australia, New Zealand, England, Italy, all over. So it's kind of crazy. I see like on Danielle's fan page how like people are writing to her like, you're so beautiful in Italian and all this stuff. So I was like, wow, people are just watching, you know, these not little people, but these pickers from Iowa all across the world. It's pretty crazy. Mike and Frank are the American Pickers, but Mike owns Antique Archaeology. So I always, when I'm in the store and I'm explaining it to people, I'm like, even though they're picking partners, they're old school pals, Mike and Frank are kind of sold separately. They each have different bank accounts, if that makes sense. So they buy and resell separately. So, and we do have some of the Frank picks in the store. So sometimes he'll bring stuff down and be like, hey, I can't sell this lap steel guitar in Iowa. Let's see what he'll do in Nashville. So we do have some of Frankie's stuff too, but Mike owns the business. just wanted to thank everybody who has come into our store at Antique Archaeology. And if you haven't, come in and see me because I'm pretty much always there.
Bye.